Yeah, people. We are here again. Sorry for being late again. You know how it is. This is the show that you all been waiting for, Bridging the Gap. And we have Phoenix and Onyx. And we're supposed to have the man Sluggy coming in here soon. So, as we do all the time when we start the show, we try to get some people in. And you know, we late. So, we're going to play a tune and then we're going to share the link and get the people on so that we can start this up proper. Let me go.
Incredible. Mostly almighty. Daddy da. Okay. Let me walk up, bad. Let me walk up, bad. Let me walk up, bad. Lord have mercy. Let me walk up, bad. This raw soul. Dibby. Walk up, bad. This fat bumper road. Let me walk up, bad. This raw soul. Dibby. Walk up, bad. This half of the crowd. And now we walk up, bad. This raw soul. Dibby. Walk up, bad. This fat bumper road. Let me walk up, bad. This raw soul. Like crying for it. Sweet girl, you got a brown liver thoughts. And a fat turkey that won't cock. You coulda live all down by the ox. I can't on there, you can't give me props. I can tell that you're slight, you're hot. The way you bubble like water in a pot. Bang down my front me and let me be the breast off of you, cause you talking a lot. Tall girl, short girl, slim girl, or ticky. Any I wanted to get the key. Now security or picky. Push back on me and let me free really. Your boyfriends are go back, Billy. Time to open up silly. Pop up on the edge, walk on your head. Start to work and twerk for me. I love it, just. Let me walk up, bad. Let me walk up, bad. Let me walk up, bad. Lord have mercy. Let me walk up, bad. Let me walk up, bad. Let me walk up, bad. Don't say no more. Let me walk up, bad. This raw soul. Dibby. Walk up, bad. This fat bumper road. Let me walk up, bad. This raw soul. Dibby. Walk up, bad. This hard on the drum. And now we walk up, bad. This raw soul. Dibby. Walk up, bad. This fat bumper road. Let me walk up, bad. This raw soul. I crying for it. You really want all it. When you're trying to fuck it from morning. And if your boyfriend's stalling.
Make my friend of the day.
Talking. But she can't, she balling. Your pussy sweet like corn. Let me walk up, bad. Let me walk up, bad. Lord have mercy. Let me walk up, bad. 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 This raw soul. Dibby. Walk up, bad. This fat bumper road. Let me walk up, bad. This raw soul. Dibby. Walk up, bad. Half on the drum. And now we walk up, bad. This raw soul. Dibby. Walk up, bad. This fat bumper road. Let me walk up, bad. This raw soul. I cry for it.
Yeah. So we're here tonight with Phoenix and Onyx. And what are we talking about today, ladies?
Anything
Subjective.
you want.
I must say, the ladies looking beautiful tonight.
Thank you.
Real talk. So, Onyx, since you're new here, where are you from?
Bermuda, the lovely island of Bermuda.
You're in Bermuda. Nice.
It's pretty, just a little closed-minded.
My uncle actually been living in Bermuda for a lot of years. He just moved back to Barbados.
So the reason I reached out to Onyx, excuse me, I reached out to Onyx because our show is called Bridging the Gap, and we talk about so many different things, and sex will always be one of the big things. And I, on my social media travels, I have seen people like Onyx break through the norm, ready to break generational curses, not being shy, no taboo, speak about what needs to be spoken about, not afraid to ask questions, not afraid to help. And I like that because Bermuda is 21 square miles, 67,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
And it is very small and very close-minded. And so it was extremely refreshing to see someone so young and so proactive
Appreciate that.
with sharing her experiences. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Onyx, aka Pharaoh,
Air plus you, yeah.
Bermuda's
I hear something about toys. Wait, before we
Yes.
start, I hear
We'll get to
somebody got
that.
enough
We'll
toys
get we'll
all about
get
the
to that.
place.
We'll get to that. Bermuda's own sex switch per
Yes.
se.
Woo.
So what I want to know is what exactly was your moment of self-discovery or your awakening?
um, that's actually a very there's no real beginning or end or even middle to that, to be very honest. Because every little bit of me has had an awakening, if that makes any sense. Because obviously, because you follow my page, it feels like to my followers a new spiritual awakening. And I've always been very sexual. Like as far back as I can remember, I've always been a very sexually aware being. But I don't even know. I mean, I grew up in a household like my parents are artists and my father did a lot of nude art and like nude sculptures, nude paintings. And in those paintings were always black people, maybe one or two yellows, like, but like always dark skinned black women I've always seen in sexual positions or sexual energy. And it was never a icky thing. Like it was never taboo. We didn't say pee, we said penis and vagina. Like we knew, and vulva, we knew what words and what these things were. We knew
Okay.
what they did.
Okay.
Um, However, when my parents got divorced when I was younger, we stayed with my mom and like everything kind of switched. I remember that kind of switched off. And next thing you know, we were being taught for the first time, like about promiscuity and how you should be a virgin until marriage and blah 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 and all that jazz. And then we were heavily in the church after that. So I had my spiritual awakening in church, but that's when I knew I wasn't a Christian. Like in church is when I knew I was not a Christian at all. Nothing against God. We've had our conversations. He knows I'm not about it. But when I was in church is when I realized, okay, I feel a deity, I feel an energy, but it's not whoever the heck these guys praying to. Like that was my spiritual awakening. When it comes to my awakening as a sex switch, please stop me from rambling
What
because you know I'm not.
was a
No, no,
sex
no, no, no.
was a sex
But when it
switch?
when it comes, yes. So when it comes to my awakening as a sex switch, that's a whole other thing. Unlearning all the shame and stigma around sex, even though I came from a very, in the beginning, open-ish household, relearning how to break out of that and away from Christianity was, I knew I had two choices. I knew I could either suck it the fuck up and continue on with a blank face and just keep going, or I'm gonna have to cut ties with a lot of people who I consider family who just never really family to me, if that makes sense. Like if they didn't
Right.
touch me, if they didn't touch me emotionally in a healthy, happy way, they had to go. And that was, church life. That was that world. I couldn't cling to it anymore. And then I just decided to actually start just listening to my intuition. I've always been very aware of my intuition, or like I don't want to freak people out. They say like your second voice or your conscious.
Right.
That's like your shadow self. And being a Gemini, we are the celestial messengers between the heavens and the earth. That's what Mercury, that's our planet of communication and transportation. So as a Gemini, and with the Scorpio ascendant, if anybody follows astrology, it's heavy intuition in these placements that I have. And I've always felt my shadow self as an actual energy and not just my subconscious, if that makes sense. So I started trusting and leaning into that a lot more. And here we are. Pretty much, here we are.
Nice.
Well, thank you very much for that. I heard Marcus ask what exactly is a sex witch.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Was a sex switch.
that would be a good way to like Yes, you can explain.
Okay, so basically, as a witch, when I say witch, I don't want people to think Wiccan, because that's actually in itself its own kind of religion, like spiritual practice. They have very set rules, Wiccans. Um, a witch, by my definition, because there's many different definitions, but a witch, by my definition, is someone who worships the earth, worships nature, who communes with the earth. Um, and the earth being not just solid mass and matter, but energy, because everything is absolutely connected. So as a witch, like I'm a sex witch, but within my coven, I have a plant witch and then I have a kitchen witch. Like, there you have different witches. Some follow strict rules, some are all over the place, a bit eclectic. I'm a bit eclectic, but my base is in sex magic. And that is the harboring the energy. Like I manifest while I masturbate. It is harvesting the energy and power
You say
within
you
your
manifest. You
orgasms.
say you manifest when you masturbate. That's what you just
Yes.
say.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm getting to it. Hold on 2 seconds. So what happens is when with anybody, but I worship the divine feminine, as you see my own here. I worship the divine feminine. And for me, my trilogy of goddesses that I follow is the goddess Isis, the goddess Venus, and the goddess Aphrodite, both feminine magic. And and with these energies and with sex magic itself, you're not just harvesting the pleasures of an orgasm. It's very much deep intuitiveness with soul and self. So I'm connected physically with my body, very aware of my body. And to do that, you have to be aware of your pleasures. And that's either within sex or boundaries. Like boundaries is heavy magic. When you rock your boundaries, that's heavy magic. But sex helps you get so connected to your physical body. And then when you masturbate shamelessly, you break down so much spiritually that you get just even more connected to your spiritual self, your mental, your emotional, and your
You gotta
spiritual
feel it
self.
in your toes.
Pardon, say it
You
again.
gotta feel it in your toes and shake it like Michael Jackson.
What?
See now that
That's an orgasm. But
so
the
that
thing,
sorry, go ahead.
but the thing with that, funny enough, like if you have sex and you're trying to manifest, well, because you can manifest during masturbation and manifest during sex. That's why when people say watch who you're having sex with, you exchange energies. Yes, but also no. But I'll talk on that later. But with an orgasm itself, if you're trying to do sex magic, you actually have to be so concentrated. Like you have to concentrate on what you're manifesting. And it can get very tricky because you're also getting lost in the fucking sex. Like if the sex is hitting and you're trying to sit there and manifest, that's not just the right time. It's not the right time. Just enjoy the sex. Because you can't be, it don't work out like that.
So thank you very much for that, because that, you see, that will lead me into why was I was going to ask you what was your reason for starting your blog, especially um, being a young woman, a young Black woman in Bermuda, um, you know, trying to speak out about sex. People are going to be looking at you sideways. They're going to be like, wait a minute, like, do your parents know that you're even like trying to get into this type of stuff? There's always going to be a lot of like barriers and stuff. And it was interesting that you mentioned church, because you found you found your reason for not dealing with organized religion on that level while being surrounded by people. And I understand that, because I felt the same way. I don't, respect to those who believe what you want to believe, but it's not for me. And if you want to be your total, wholesome, awesome self, you need to shed a lot of times misconceptions, um, shed the feeling of inadequacy, shed the feelings of inferiority, because when you grow up in the church as a woman, like you're taught to submit, you're taught to
And I
be
was doing
demure.
that. Youth
You
usher.
are, oh girl, listen, no. I was in the bell choir. So I was a
Praise
part
King
of
every now
youth
and then.
group. like youth activities at different churches, BBS, the whole 9 yards. And so for a lot of people, knowing someone like me, and then they're like, oh my God, like, why are you breaking away? Because it's not for me.
Exactly.
And I greatly appreciate the fact that you are very open about this. And that's part of like, when I found your blog, I was like, oh my God, because, okay, so I'm going to reveal to the people how I know you.
Oh yeah,
For
go
real,
ahead.
for real. For real, for real.
Okay. This.
Right. So in the grand scheme of things, I know Pharaoh, but I haven't known Pharaoh in a long time. I met Pharaoh when I was a teacher's assistant at a nursery at my church.
Oh, everything linked back
uh,
to the church.
yeah, I was a,
School.
yeah, like she was. I for 2 years actually, because I think it was like when it was 2 and 3, and then when 4 and 5. And one thing I remember about Pharaoh is Pharaoh had beautiful thick ponytails, pigtails, and was extremely quiet and shy.
Is he quiet was?
Very,
Is he quiet was?
very, very quiet and shy. And so to rediscover her later on in life, it's just like, oh my God, what an amazing journey you have taken. So, with that being said, I'm interested in what was your main focus and what was your main reason for
Starting.
starting your blog.
Okay. Um, you know what? Okay, it's gonna sound a little strange at first. For whatever reason, I think I started getting more confident when I was watching like Black YouTubers and Black bloggers. So I was like, I want to start a blog. I had no idea what the hell it was going to be, fashion about Bermuda. Because that's the thing. I was fighting between two things. I can do the generic shit that I know people want to flock to because everybody, anything tied to Bermuda, Bermudians are like, oh, what's that? What's that? What's that? They just want to look, you know? I was like, I can do that. And I know I can get followers. I know I can be good at it, but my heart wasn't in it. And I was like, well, what do I want to talk about? And I was like, I just want to talk about sex because I didn't want it to be a big thing. I didn't genuinely want fame or like popularity like that. I wanted views, but I don't like talking to people. Like I'm not that like that. So I was like, I like sex. I want to talk about sex. I'm gonna talk about sex. And I made this beautiful blog just to describe my sexually liberated journey, sorry, as a woman in Bermuda and a Black woman and a queer woman, because I'm pansexual. My sexuality is plural. So it's like I genuinely like just talking about sex. However, I noticed that I couldn't talk about sex because nobody knew what the hell I was talking about. And I was like, okay, great. So I'm going online and I want to talk about kink and freak shit. And everybody's like, oh yeah, I like 69. I put a finger up the ass. I'm like, you vanilla ass. I mean, look, you react, I'm not gonna dismiss people's journeys and stuff, but I was just like, this is not what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about this generic stuff. I want to talk about kink play. I want to talk about fetishes. I want to talk about the way each one of us experiences an orgasm. Like I had to talk to people who didn't know what a vulva was and how they only believed in penetration and nobody was exploring clitoral stimulation. Like it was wild for me. And I don't even know.
Concept to them.
Yeah, and I was like, damn it, I can't talk about what I want to talk about because I'm gonna educate motherfuckers first. So, and that wasn't my goal. That was never my goal. Now, am I mad that's what happened? No, because it made me very aware. I just thought people were shy and quiet, but I didn't realize how uneducated they were on a lot of things. So me coming out like that and just being bombarded by, I guess, basic questions let me know that Bermuda is lacking. I mean, the world, because some of these conversations on Twitter are really, really embarrassing to just sex education in general.
Listen.
Anything is, but this is what drives me crazy the most is that Bermuda has a pretty decent
Rishi?
amount of kink and fetish motherfuckers, like massive amount, but they're so underground and they're so low key because they're so nervous and so damn scared to even utter like
But
flogging
that's
or
but that's
leather.
but that's around the world though. That's not
It
even
is,
Bermuda.
but
That's
it's
around the
ridiculous
world.
in Bermuda. Like around the world, you can find your little community eventually. In Bermuda, you better hack away at a cement brick or something to break through because you can't find anybody. People message me now asking me where can I find XYZ like I'm a service. And
You
it's
should
like,
you should run a service
because
if they're
it's
messaging you.
no, that's not what I
because
heard.
it's really has only been in the last couple of years that people have been more comfortable.
Yep.
Uh, when I was growing up, like okay, yeah, they had the magazines was sold like on the top shelf, um, and there was like a sex store. I want to say like out where Mr. Twist was, like out in the alleyway kind of thing, like
Mr.
out
Charlie.
behind um out behind people's pharmacy, like where
Oh
people's
my
pharmacy is.
gosh.
Yes, taking it all the way back. Yes, Mr. Was it Frosty or something? But
You was
anyways, it
you was
was
to
an ice
edge
cream
to go
spot
around there.
there.
You was to edge to
Pardon?
go around.
Say it again.
You was to edge to go around there.
I mean, no, but
No, she wouldn't have been. No, she
like
wouldn't have
I
been.
would know about it though. Like that's
So
kind of
that was like the first spot that I knew of. And then the second spot was out St. John's Road, run by it was an older lady, older woman, and she had. I like talking to her
I
because
think she's still there.
yeah, I heard she's still there. She a lot of people. The only thing I didn't like is that she had like old magazines, but I understand because that's just how Bermuda is.
Yeah, like how are you gonna get
Right.
anything?
Yeah, but at least it's better than her because you can, like I mentioned this before, but you can't. We don't have like a walk-in sex shop here. Um,
Not even to buy like a dildo or vibrator.
nothing. Like you have to. It is ordering. Uh, oh no, that's somebody saying I'm showing my age. It is about like telling people like, yeah, you have to meet
I got
meet
a
up with this
I got a
person or
friend
get
that
this
started
delivered.
one in Barbados.
I have one as well. So I mean, it's not like you can't get to it. It's just like the. It's just unfortunate that you can't just walk
Yeah.
into a
I
store
mean, we
just like
don't.
how you would do anywhere else.
Yeah, we don't have that many. We have, like you said, John's Road, Eve's Garden, Aphrodite's Playhouse on sorry, Playground online. You know what? The pharmacy sells lubes, and they do sell. I think
Yeah,
they
and like
vibrator as well.
vibrating cock rings and stuff
Yes,
like that. I do
yeah,
The
see
the
the.
Durex ones. The
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
smaller
yeah.
ones,
I
yeah.
mean, like
But
I get the nice toys. Like I can't get the little something from the pharmacy there. Nothing wrong with that, but yeah,
oh yes,
yeah.
someone did mention yes, we did have a walk-in store in the Gap. I do remember. That's
Yeah.
here in Barbados. I do remember. We had one there, and we. Oh my God, how could I forget this? Because I actually applied to the store. Woo! Uh, Upstairs, in the Populous Mall complex upstairs, um, like where they have the like hairdresser and different places. They had like a store, and part of the interview process was like selling a toy and then selling like lube to go along with it.
Ah,
So
gotcha.
yeah, I remember that. But now it's like no, it's so sad. But that will bring me to you having safe spaces. Like, have you found safe spaces in Bermuda? Because we did speak offline about Subspace
Subspace.
Bermuda,
Yeah, subspace.
and for those that don't know, Subspace Bermuda is.
A sex dungeon. It's like an Airbnb sex dungeon.
What?
That's so cute. An
Yeah.
Airbnb.
It's like no, literally, they have like the what's called the trundle bed that comes down. They have the
Oh my
bed that
god.
comes down, and they have like a little kitchenette and the
That's
bathroom and
that's
shower and
50
like it's a little
shits.
mini. It's literally like a little mini Airbnb,
50
but
shits.
they have like a sex swing, the cross, the whips, the chains, every toy you can think of, the vibrators, the handcuffs. Like you can rent this space out.
Wow.
And have fun. Like they also do like rope tying nights, and like we have a queer kink play coming up and queer kink social coming up on Saturday and next week Saturdays. But it's I love Subspace. Like I met this couple very randomly on a fetish website, and I was like, oh, I want to learn bondage. By the way, I'm a baby BDSM person. Okay, like I've always been interested, but I have not gotten into it till like last year, maybe a year and a half ago now. So I've always been into BDSM, but being in Bermuda, you have nowhere to go to actually explore these things.
No.
So when I went on this website and I saw someone talking about who wants to learn how to do bondage, because I was trying to teach myself on YouTube and it was not hitting. So I was like, yes, I said, yeah, I want to go. I want to try this out. So I did. I went and I met this absolutely beautiful couple. Like I genuinely love them. They're so nice. And to me right now, they're the spirit of BDSM, because it's not about how raunchy you can get. It's about consent and it's about communication. That's what a kink play and BDSM is all about. It is about communicating limits, communicating yeses, and consent 24/7, and just being around them and the way they explore their sexual journey through these like facets and things. It's beautiful, and it's exactly what I wanted Pink Meg to be, you know. Not instead of the educating, it was about let me find my community, which is what I'm moving into now, because I live for it. So Pink Meg's gonna change, and
so you're gonna change into
I'm changing everything. I haven't gotten the name done fully, but it's going from Pharaoh to Onyx. So okay. Yeah. So Pharaoh never even lived for herself. Pink Meg wasn't supposed to be what I was supposed to be. And now that I'm transitioning, and I'm definitely a lot more me, like no one can tell me shit. No one can tell me shit. I am genuinely shameless about anything. There is nothing you can't bring to me that's gonna shake my core. Nothing. Like I'm somebody who is me very loud. I'm not even trying to be egotistical about it. I am somebody who is very me openly and loudly, and just also and I'm unapologetic, and also I'm not here for anybody else. The community that I have are people who are genuine and just here for me because we like each other. We like each other's energy. I'm not here to impress nobody. That's not what friendship or community is about. So I don't care about that. So I'm literally like incredibly shameless. And now I just want to create my blog that I've always wanted, a lifestyle blog, but it's like a lifestyle blog of a sex switch. And then I'm also gonna have a section that dives more into the magic of it all. And then a section that dives more into like the XXX content. Cause you know, I used to do sex work. I used to be a cam girl and all that jazz. I had a premium snap. That thing was
well done.
It was cooking. But now I'm like, okay, I need to get back to that.
Right.
So you like keeping enough noise in the bedroom or what?
Say it again?
You like keeping a lot of noise in the bedroom?
I mean, I'm not a quiet person. I try very hard. I do have a bold gag. It works sometimes. But I'm a very loud person.
So, all right. So how about some of your favorite toys?
I have them right here. Okay, where do you?
Yeah, don't let me get into that. Don't let me get into that part first. Let me refresh. Let me refresh this room, because you know this limit thing here, it already pop up. So I want you to get into that there, and then it sharp.
And then it cuts out. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me reset this here. Let me give the people.
I'll be honest with you, lot. I can't stay that much longer. My boo-boos has got to work tomorrow morning, and I wanted to suck his dick before bed.
Oh, we can let you get to that there quick. This only take like 2 minutes. This only take 2 minutes. Keep it real, yeah. Yeah, people. So we can refresh this thing here, so it all cut out 2 minutes. All right.
You hashtag my friend. Her where she dead? We man. Hello, my friend. Doggy for you. Aura, so you look good too. You got a small little waist and a cute face, and a big set of pussy, let me deal with your case. My friend, doggy for you. Aura, so you look good too. You got a small little waist and a cute face, and a big set of pussy, let me deal with your case. First thing first, take my number. Link me later for the number. You look good as raw, so that's the truth, but you got blocking friend, but the fuck up on mute. What are you going, girl?
The bastard!
I wish she had cut your nuki like a fireman. Whoa, fuck your ass silly in a handstand. And when they come and beat 2 shots like a gunman. My friend, doggy for you. Aura, so you look good too. You got a small little waist and a cute face, and a big set of pussy, let me deal with your case. My friend, doggy for you. Aura, so you look good too. You got a small little waist and a cute face, and a big set of pussy, let me deal with your case.
Hey, pull up, your mother.
Yeah. So that little intermission, we back on. We don't got onyx door yet. Let that lady come back in. And let us get back to where we was at the toy segment.
Yeah.
You know, they say what they say, tricks are for kids. Yeah. So we just waiting on it to come in. There she is. Yeah, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
see,
I looked
Onyx,
down. I'm gone.
see, Onyx wearing one of them get to the point outfits where you just jump in and get to the point.
Okay. Hold up. Okay. I'm gonna just go in order for what's there. Okay, I'm gonna start with this. A lot of people have, I don't know what's wrong, but this is lube, everybody. It's lube. I don't know why people hate lube so much, but this is silicone-based lube. Like, lube is amazing.
Yeah,
Lube is
but a
wonderful.
lot of people,
very
a
much.
lot of people don't like lube because they say, you know,
That means
Just
you have
smell
to
that
drink
the
mist.
one
something.
get,
Like,
yeah, the wet.
no,
You know what I mean? If
no,
they're
yeah,
wet, they
yeah,
wet.
shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. People who say that, you don't know what you're talking about. You just don't. I'm sorry. Lube is amazing, especially silicone based. What's oh, sorry. I was like, ooh, another person popped up. Like,
Yes, we do have another person.
yes, hi. So like this is my favorite lube right now. It's the Uber lube. It's a silicone based lube. It's so smooth. It's nice. Like, lube is absolutely wonderful. You need it for anal play one. If you're using a butt plug, of course. We use it just for regular penetrative sex. Like, because I like it really, really rough and hard. You can't just be shoving in sometimes. You just can't. And lube just makes it easy, obviously. That's one. Okay, the next one is this brand called Svakum. I don't know how to say that. It's not English. Svakum. But this I think this is the WeVibe.
What the hell is that?
WeVibe. This is actually Bluetooth operated. So
The remote.
yeah. So my partner has the app
That's like
to
a
this.
panty.
And
What's that?
no, it's a vibrator. So definitely
Yeah,
power.
but how you put it on?
So she
I'll lift it.
wears it.
I'm trying to see.
Yeah, so you put it on. You put
Yeah.
that through your boxy and then
Yeah.
what?
She doesn't know
No,
the terminology.
this I put on the clit. This part I put on the clit.
So you put it between your legs and pull it up.
No, not inside. Just on the clit.
Not inside. I mean, like that line part go between you butt cheeks.
This?
Yeah. No,
This is the power button. So
the
it
middle
doesn't
part.
really have to go anywhere. It doesn't do anything. This is the only part that vibrates.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
how it stay in the position where it's supposed to be.
Oh
Isn't
no,
there-
I hold it. I hold it there. And
Oh,
also
okay.
I'm very particular with my vibrations. Very Phoenix Neo. Thank you, darling. It's the Phoenix Neo. It's absolutely wonderful. I got this one from
Yeah,
Eve's
these
Garden.
people here
It's
very kinky.
so
They
nice.
know the names of these things and things.
Yes, it's the Phoenix Neo. I love it. I did a whole review on it.
For the person in the chat for helping us with that.
Yes, bless. This one is a G Rabbit. I love my G Rabbit so much. Each part vibrates, but like they can't be isolated. So my favorite part is the little rabbit ears, I guess you could say.
that
Again,
one, that one used to make the women go crazy. I remember that one. Yeah.
This one, I love this one. Listen, I'm somebody who prefers clitoral stimulation. I don't always orgasm or come through penetration. I love sex and I love the feeling and sensation of sex. So we can just keep going, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna come or orgasm.
Right.
I need clitoral stimulation. So when you fuck, even through, I'm sorry, when you
No,
have
say
sex
what you have to
through
say. Say what you have
penetration,
to say.
even through penetration, you still get clitoral stimulation, especially if your legs are nice and close together. But so through penetration, I can come because it's also stimulating my clit. But this bad boy that vibrates right on the clit, it's nice. It's nice. This is
So
the
you
G
mostly use that one for solo play.
solo play. Yeah, this one I use with my partner, the Lawand. This is actually the beat, by the way.
That started out as a massager, you
That
know.
was go.
Yeah, listen,
That
yes,
started
you
out
know.
that started out
So
as a massager, you
it
know.
was sold as a massager. I can tell you they was not sold as one, but definitely not used as one. But this one was my absolute baby for so long. I love this one so much. Like there's a particular setting on here that I love, 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 love. And let me tell you something, anybody who's listening who has a partner, get you a partner that knows your vibration settings. My boo knows my vibration settings. So if he's playing with me, he goes, no, I not that one. He will set it to what he knows I like. So bless him for that. That's nice.
That's good. That's good. That's where communication comes in.
Communication. This is my newest one. So those two I got from Aphrodite Playron. This one will give you the quickest orgasm.
That look like a light.
So
That look like a light bulb.
Yep.
It does. That's so cute.
It's called the G Vibe. What's it? G Vibe bulb clitoral stimulator, or clit vibrator.
That look like the clip. Nice. That look like the clip bomb.
Yeah. Wow.
Kaboom!
Like it's so nice. Like I will come in 3 minutes with this thing.
Holy crap! Hey.
Like
so you got the suction one with the tongue?
I do not.
Yeah, I hear that one has met them walk backwards. And
you have the infamous Tracy doll.
I want to try it, but it's something about that suction that just gives me the heebie-jeebies. it looks like it's gonna latch in the oddest way. No, I don't think it was, because one of my favorite sex educators, Scotty Unfamous UK, did a.
The Rose is the one that's push out the
Rose
air.
vibrator. She did a review on it, and it's not made with safe
product.
Yeah, safe particles and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm not gonna test it, and I rock with what she says. Scotty Unfamous. She's a British sex educator. Yeah, it's a little iffy.
One thing, so that's one of the things that I don't like about not being able to walk into a store so that you can actually like look at what you want. What is that? Does that have a design? Is that like
a crystal?
A little crystal?
Yeah, it's a butt plug. Now this is a small one. Yeah. It's a tiny one. This is I just genuinely like having it up my ass. So I'm having a really beautiful day, and I exfoliated and moisturized and all that jazz. I was like, I'm gonna pop in a butt plug today and a face mask. This is the one.
Well done.
I do have larger size ones, but I don't use it. The larger ones I have are crystal. I have like 2 or 3 crystal toys. And I love them for aesthetic. They're very beautiful. I love just buying toys just to have sometimes. And crystal toys are really pretty, but I don't enjoy them. I prefer silicone.
Got the people with the butt plugs that got the tail and thing.
Oh, I love with the little bunny tail, like a fur tail. I love those ones.
Do they sell those in Bermuda, the foxtail?
Yes, but there's one in particular I really, really, really want because it's like fluffy. Also, no, I don't want to freak people out because a lot of people's like, oh my God, but I'm also a furry. So,
not bad.
Yeah, but some people's like, oh my God. So my animal is a cat, a black cat. So I've been looking for a nice, not a foxtail.
She sounds like my ex-wife. Yeah.
Say it again?
I said you sound like my ex-wife.
He was a furry as well?
Yeah, I mean just them things. Yeah. Just them things.
I'm gonna shout out to all my hentai readers.
You're an artist? Are you an artist by any chance? Like you draw or anything like that?
Yes, and I mean I have the talent and ability. Yes, how could I not, being who my parents are and my upbringing? How could I not? Like I did my GCSE in art,
Usually artists taught that kind of stuff. That's why I say.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't say my sisters and I are so multi-talented. It's ridiculous. Like I will say that. all
Y'all
of it.
very much
Like,
are.
even though I hate sports, I can play them. Maya plays them brilliantly. Like, my baby sister, amazingly. Any second sport she picked up, she played. Like, yeah. Like, we all did ballet, piano, strings. Yeah. So yes. But the art that I'm gonna create, now that you thank you for speaking about that, in my new website is definitely about the body and about sex. So through photography, through illustrations, like I have a friend and I were actually working on a like hentai segment because I have a thing for like tentacles. So we're doing a lot of like tentacle manga art and hentai art together, and that's
Oh
nice.
my god. Do you follow geeky sex toys? Like, have you ever like looked
But
at
again,
their geeky sex toys?
it is that the monster
They
though?
have, yes, with the tentacles and
The
the
Yes.
the
dragging.
There
monster.
was this
Yes,
one that was so big and curved
yes,
with suction.
yes. They have them
They had
like they
like
have them
red,
What
for like
the
red
hell?
titty. Yes, I'm
Marvel.
into that too, boo
They
boo.
do
How can I brag
Star
about that?
Wars. They have the glow in
Yes,
the dark.
Lisa,
yes.
And it
Lisa
was
know the
through
name of all these
them.
things, though. Lisa, you real
It was
kinky, yeah.
through them that I was able to I saw how like they have like they come for like the certain
Yeah,
dildos and stuff for
yeah,
like certain play
yeah,
and everything. And
yeah.
that brings me to one of the other things I wanted to discuss, which is like dispelling certain myths. Because you were saying like, oh my gosh, I don't think that I'm weird. And but the myth is that okay, here you are, you're a young black woman, and you're speaking of things that most people would think of in a stereotypical sense would be for white people,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Um,
The
and
only thing I'm gonna say to that is white people did an excellent job removing us from absolutely anything pleasurable, and
mhm,
then kept it for themselves, and then shamed us or taught us to shame each other about that type of shit. And they went about their merry way
yes,
with it because they wanted it for themselves. That's
and
about it.
picture.
Like, because every time someone goes, oh, that's a white person thing, I'm like, why? How? They have created not one
Mhm.
thing confidently on the earth. Why on earth would pleasure be theirs? Don't make any sense.
Not one original thought.
I happy that people freely talking about the experiences and teach other people. You know, understand? Because a lot of people don't recognize that in this world, a lot of people get bored, and that's when they get tired of the person they're in, because they get bored.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You go in the bedroom, you hear the missionary every time it sets in the bed. I crazy as shit. I will drive down the street and put you on the bonnet and just fuck right there on the side of the highway. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Call me Mission Impossible sex, because if we could get on a windowsill or something, that's where we're going. You know what I mean?
That's
Straight
like
up.
my boo.
So,
Movie
what are
theater.
some of your favorite kinks?
Favorite kinks.
Hmm.
Okay, so I am a dom in training.
Hmm.
So I'm a switch. Let me say that first. I am a switch. So with my partner, I'm a sub. I'm a submissive.
Before you go any further, for the uninitiated and uneducated,
Oh, BDSM,
explain, yes,
dom and
explain
sub.
the baby dom and the switch.
Okay, all right. Okay,
Yeah, cause I
all right.
lost. I lost.
Okay, so BDSM,
Uh,
just generic definition. BDSM is the world of kink and fetish play. It is kink being just not of the norm, not the heteronormative norm. It is a curve in the whole situation. So I am a dom, which is a dominant, but I'm a baby dom because I'm new, and I'm also a submissive sub. So that's why I'm a switch. I'm a submissive with my partner in pleasure play, a kink play, but professionally, I'm a dom. Like, I enjoy also giving out the lashings. So as a submissive, I love, love, love pain play. I love it so much. One of my favorite toys, which I don't have with me because I always keep it in a nice little case, is a Wartenberg wheel. It is like let's imagine like a little wand,
I
I
know
guess.
exactly what
Yeah,
you mean,
yeah. And it has
what
three
you
little
say?
spokes on
but
it.
What you say?
And it's
A
do
walking bar
explain it
wheel?
for those that don't.
You say a walking bar
yeah,
wheel?
Wartenberg wheel. I'm probably saying it all funky, but it's imagine like a little stick kind of thing with three spokes on it. Like what they have, like spurs, I guess, for like cowboy
Yeah,
boots and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
little, yes,
You
it's
see
like
them in
three of those
doctor's
together.
offices sometimes,
Oh, a
Yes,
but
I
a
walking
guess.
different
bar
version.
And you just kind
wheel.
of wheel it up and down your body, and it's like little pricks, little pricks, little pricks, and it's just sends so much pleasure down my spine. I love being tied up. I love being spanked. I prefer stinging over thuds. So like for example, like a paddle, that's more of a thud. A whip and a riding crop is more of a sting. So I'm a riding crop girl. Like we have a black and gold riding crop. I love it so
Alright.
much.
Alright,
And yeah, so I love a
for
riding
the
crop.
people who don't know what that thing that she talking about look like, that's what it look like.
Oh, the riding crop, like what you have for a horse?
Is right. No,
Like
the
long,
Watson bar
skinny.
wheel thing is
Oh
right
yeah, there
here.
you go. That's the Wurtenberg wheel. Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Holy crap, right on the
Oh,
pinky.
well done. Look at
Actually,
you.
Bubble
yeah, that's the one
clock.
I have at the. I don't put it near my clit because no, no, no. All you need is one wrong slip.
What's
Girl,
that?
that is not an accident you're willing to explain.
Exactly, exactly. But like, so that's me in a nutshell. Oh, as a dom, I'm more see, okay, again, remember I said I worship the divine feminine. So for example, I do have a submissive, currently on off island, but everything we've done so far is just like virtual because COVID.
So you have a long distance sub?
Well, he was local, but it didn't even matter because COVID.
Okay.
So
right.
I call him the worthless one. He was bitch boy, but he's now the worthless one, and he calls onyx, and he's the worthless one because, like I said, I worship all divine femininity. I am never here for men. No, no disrespect to man, but my audience, my words, my body, my anything is never really here for men. I don't put it out there for men.
Energy is for women.
Yeah, it's I work with the divine feminine. I have respect for men. My partner is a man, but majority of men irk my soul a little too much. So I don't deal. So with him, he is the worthless one. He takes the beatings for all the worthless men. So
what are some of the some discipline, like some, is he into, well, first and foremost, before you even answer that, is he into humiliation play?
Yes, but not so much. He prefers a beating. He does prefer a beating, and he does prefer to actually worship. So like giving me money and gifts and shit. Yeah.
Okay. So what would be some of the punishments that you would implement? And understand, for those that are listening, all of this is consensual. Everything is consensual.
Yes, everything's consensual. So yes, following what I'm gonna say, everything's consensual. Like he is into humiliation king. So again, I don't want nobody take this any which way. This is between me and myself. Okay, so as Empress Onyx, as someone who is a sex switch, my magic and the goddesses that I deal with is not all love and light. No. Like I'm the dark Venus, if that makes sense. I'm the dark Venus. So it's a lot of perversions in this as well. And just might seem like negativity to other people, but this is the world of kink that I'm in with what we do. So for him, he's the worthless one. Of course he gets humiliated. I tell him he's ugly, he has to wear a mask. I don't like the way he speaks, he must wear muzzle. Like that's how it is. Yeah.
And in approaching you, I assume it would be on his hands and knees.
Yes, and it's Empress Onyx.
Empress Onyx.
He has the permission to message me.
I am the worthless one.
Say it again.
No, I said Empress Onyx. I am the worthless one.
Exactly. So he's like, he'll message. Like, good morning, Empress Onyx. How can I worship you today? What can I do today? It could be something slight like, can I pay a fan bill? Can I send you lunch or something like that? Or I have a wish list. So he'll be like, I'm gonna send you a gift off of the wish list, like stuff like that.
And this is something that is done with full knowledge of your partners, your full knowledge and consent of your partner as well.
Oh yeah. Right. I was doing this before I met my partner. I'm not gonna stop. And like, even being with my partner, that was never even in my plans. He was supposed to be a booty hole, and I just stayed longer. Like that's literally
well done. That sounds like another story that we heard the other day.
What time is it? talking about my partner. It is 11 o'clock.
Yes,
All
it
right.
is 11 o'clock your time. So
Oh yeah,
here's
11
what we're
o'clock my
gonna do.
time.
It's doggy and milk
Marcus,
time. Ah.
yeah. So I want to say thank you very, very, very much to
Welcome.
you.
I
Um,
appreciate you. You're very beautiful too, eh?
Oh, thank you. Everybody's
Yeah.
asking for my follow. Actually, I can put it in the
I am
chat.
going
Yeah.
to,
These
yes, I'm going
these
to make
kinky girl
sure
them.
that I post that up again. Um,
Yeah, I was going to
and
ask.
I
I was
think it
going to
goes,
ask if it's social media.
What you say,
hello,
Sluggy?
what's going on?
Sluggy? What you say?
You just been sitting off there.
I learned. I learned this
We don't
alright.
cut.
Listen, right on the real. I learned a lot. Like this one before
Yeah.
she got this one, let you know that I learned a lot, and it wasn't quiet because
You're
I'm
taking
stand
it
up. It
in.
was quiet because
Y- y-
I was quiet because they honestly and Marcus told us they honestly love to learn. It matter what it is, just love to learn
Yeah,
anything.
yeah. You're taking it in.
But
Yeah, yeah.
my name is call me Sluggy Dynasty Screen. Is a youth advocate here in Barbados, and extremely pleased to meet you. Nothing but respect.
Thank you.
So
Thank
does
you.
this mean, and I'm gonna say this, does this mean that we're looking at a possible part 2, maybe Onyx
Yes,
joining us
because this
again?
was so
If
cheap.
y'all,
You
if
Yes.
y'all think that that should be something that we should do,
I
show
feel
us
she
some
should
love in
bring
the
the part.
chat.
I feel she should bring the partner since this is bridging the gap. If you wanna come on the show
Um,
too.
well, that would be
Say
between
it again.
her and
That
her
would be fun.
partner.
If you,
That would be fun to hear the
yeah,
conversation.
yeah. If you or your
That would be
partner,
between her and her partner.
yeah, if you or your
But
partner
I,
Oh,
wanna come on,
you're
that'll be
not gonna
great.
see my partner.
Oh, okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
I
Yeah.
figured that much.
He's like that's like
She's a
he's
wealth
not
of knowledge
involved.
herself.
He's not involved. He's very supportive, but is not involved.
Oh,
Like
okay.
he
That's
like
good.
yeah, it's very much like I see you, baby. I'm supporting you. Da 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 da. Like he helped me set up. Like he will literally help me with everything. But he's behind the scenes. There you go. He's behind the
Okay.
scenes.
Okay.
Well done. Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
You're
And we
welcome.
don't want
Thank
to keep you
you.
from your upcoming success.
Yes, I'm gonna go give him some.
Oh, yo.
The got
Yo.
3,000. Agrees that they would like to see you come back.
Yes,
And so thank you very much again for accepting
you're
my
very welcome.
invitation.
Thank you. I feel so comfortable. Cause he's saying like even though I'm very open, I still get nervous because like I don't know who I'm
we
talking
we
to or what's
really we
good.
really appreciate you coming out for real. You know what I mean?
Oh, thank you.
This is so beautiful to make this here happen because everybody know how busy I am and it takes so
Yeah.
much out of my time to come here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To make this
I
happen.
just see someone's question and I do want to answer this. I would love for you to fully explain dom and sub because most men get that messed up. So disgustingly true.
Do you want to save that for next time or?
I just want to finish because it is something
Okay, good.
it is important. When you talk about dominant and submissive in kink play or even in relationships, because some people take kink play into their real life. They will marry the sub, they'll marry the dom, and that is their relationship, which is perfectly fine for them. But what you need to understand about these things is that these things are 100% consensual and 100% communication across the board. A lot of people take being a dom or even a submissive because people think doms have all the power. Submissives hold all the power. They're the ones that give permission for these acts to happen on them. That is very powerful position to be in. If you are a dom, you are not taking that power for granted. You are not disrespecting your partner. You want to try something, you communicate that. You want to try something, you get the consent for that. Do not cross any boundaries. Kink play is not for that. The moment you cross a boundary, out of pure disrespect or just because you wanted to try something without consent and without communication, you ask. I am so big on consent. The moment I heard some utter nonsense about well, maybe she could have, would have, or he could have, should have, would have, because it happens to everybody, you ask. All right, consent and communication across the board, always. Because sex without consent is rape. I don't care, and it's sexual assault.
Okay.
No matter how you look at it. Sorry to end on a heavy note, but that's what it is. Because people don't understand. You can't have sex without consent. When people say nonsense like, well, I knew they would have, could have wanted it or something like that, or they were asking for it. No. Halfway through, if they say no, stop, you no longer have consent. That's one thing
So
I
you
need
hear
people
that
to
there,
understand.
fellas? Before you pee on the girl in the shower, you ask she first.
Yeah, exactly. Stop
Yep.
doing that. Like, if you're gonna go choke a bitch, you better ask first. You're gonna spit in
Yep.
someone's mouth, ask first. The only thing you probably don't know, ask first, even for sucking toes, ask first for
Yeah,
everything.
that even that too. Yeah, because that
Yeah,
might end you
everything,
like you might end
everything.
up with
I
a
know
kick in your
people might
face
think
by
it's like
accident.
people might think it's like extra overboard, but that's your stupidness thinking. I want you to know that. That's the world that's conditioned you into thinking that we don't have to do every extra step. Listen, when you're dealing with another person, you must take every step into consideration. And consent is a big, big, big step.
Thank you
You go.
Thank you.
so
Thank you very much.
much.
You're
Thank you very much.
welcome.
This has been great. This has been great. And we're coming
Yay,
up
I'm
to our
grateful.
time
Thank
right
you.
now. We maybe have like 2 more minutes.
Well,
And
we can
we
still
really
go ahead and
appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go put my baby to bed.
yes.
Okay.
Good night to you, and
Good
thank you
night.
very
Night.
much for joining. And
Thank
until
you.
next
Thank you
time,
for having me. Thank you so much. This was really enjoyable and a lot more relaxed than I thought because I was a little
thank you
nervous. But
very much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Okay.
This is a
Well,
good
thank you.
environment here, so you don't got nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
anyway,
she.
we ain't gonna let the guy wait no more. Just cause you know how we get. We guys just like that. We like that.
Bye, guys. Nighty night.
Bye.
I have no idea what time is it over there. Like 12?
No.
No, it's after 10 actually.
Oh, so I'm ahead. Okay, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, night. Then yeah, let me go sleep. I'm gonna work
All
tomorrow.
right.
Bye.
So that
Yeah,
was I'm appreciative
yeah.
that she was able to say what she said.
I'm happy that she came through. You know what I mean? That was like a good change up here. You know how we bridge the gap. We keep this thing real smooth. You know what I mean? Sluggy.
And
It was
to
hard, but yeah.
piggyback,
Yo,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was telling you it was nice. It was nice vibes, you know? Still.
Mhm. And to piggyback off of this, I have some other things in the work. Um, we mentioned one of the places in Bermuda, Subspace Bermuda,
We got them people
and
coming through.
we are looking to have them come through.
Oh.
Don't know when because got to work around people's schedule, but that is
I
something.
can work on some giveaways for the room still.
Oh,
Yeah,
that would
yeah,
be
yeah,
nice
yeah, yeah.
too. But yes, if there's anything that we want you all to take away is that yes, always remember that consent is key. Communication is key. When it is that you're entering into any sort of like or indulging in any sort of sexual interactions, if it is something new, talk to your partner about it. You'd be surprised the sort of things that people are about if you just speak to your partner
Mhm.
about it. If you ask them, are you comfortable with me bringing a toy in? Because I've seen some situations where men actually feel intimidated because the woman like has a toy, and understand that that's for everybody's pleasure in the long run. So, but yeah, that's all I have to say with that. I enjoyed this. I'm so glad that she came through. I thoroughly enjoyed this. And it seems as if those in the chat enjoyed it as well.
yeah, I like the freedom. I like the freedom that she exudes. You know what I mean? She just breathes freedom, and I like that. I like that vibe. Man, a person is very much open to what they like versus
Mm-hmm.
what they think they should like. You know what I mean? I love when people just open up their mind. Like, listen, I don't know
You
what I
know,
like. I'm willing to explore, and if I like it, I'm not ashamed to admit it. You know what I mean?
you
And
know.
that's saying I find Marcus, that's saying I find that men afraid of, especially
Mm-hmm.
black men, especially when you're raised up in the hood, you'll be frightened to explore certain things because you're afraid you might like it. And like my sister there said, if find men would get intimidated by toys, but for me now, is to myself, if my girl enjoy this to all, then I he can enjoy it because I love watching she enjoy herself.
Mhm.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
Me,
a
me,
a
me,
lot of fellas.
me. I just promote the toys for the women type thing. You know what I mean? Oh no. I right now here working upon two. I work upon two there that I got there, so I might give you one in the room if I get them.
That,
I
it's awesome.
hear I got my bid spanner right now. People trying to outbid me, but I running rough with it. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Well,
the show was nice tonight. I had like a rough day. I had two skids of tiles to get here, but I make it. It was a little late because I had to assemble back the studio, but the audio way better than before, and I ain't gonna change it this time. So that's the best part about it.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
so we can
it
wrap
was
up
a
now.
pleasure having you again, Sluggy. Although you were a silent partner this time, but that's okay.
I was,
It was good
yeah, I was
because
learning.
the
I was learning. I give you lady the floor next time. Next time I will share some info, but this time I was glad to have her, and and every day that I get people to hear that so open, so I relish in the opportunity.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm glad I was able to bring that to seems everyone seems to be enjoying that. So
I am so
Everything is
happy. I am
real.
so happy that Phoenix is doing all the other groundwork because I can't do everything myself, and that's the reason why I team up. You understand? I know already for myself the load that I have. You know what I mean? So I can't do
right.
everything. So you know what I
Well,
mean?
thank you for trusting me. I think that
And
everything
we
is in good.
apologize, people, for last week not having a show. That's totally my fault because it was overwhelming. I had to prepare for a wedding and everything, and it was just crazy. It was just bananas.
But
But
we're here. We came back with a bang,
yeah, yeah, we come
guys.
back with a bang. It's true. It's true. So don't
So
Yeah,
forget, tell
this
your
one gonna go
friends,
on
tell your
this one
friends to
gonna
come
go
and
on
tune
YouTube,
in.
Marcus.
Huh?
And what you got? I want to record it. You can find on
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah, yeah. Everything recorded.
yes, because everyone
I
who's
even got
not
the I even
able to
got the
see it
other
did
ones. I even
no,
got
cause
the
that
other ones
show
to load up. Yeah.
that one is gonna blow up on the internet, bro.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it
Yes.
was nice. It was nice.
And I can't wait to see the clips, these snippets that you choose. This is gonna
Oh
be
my
real fun.
God.
Because
Listen,
never a dull moment. Never.
I was I was just I was just studying that since I was just studying right that knowing Marcus, right?
You gonna
The
pick the most
clips and the snippets he
raunchiest.
would choose to post to peace. Oh my God. I can't
How
wait,
much you
man.
want to bet, right? There's a particular snippet that I have a very strange feeling is gonna make it it's
Which
gonna
was that?
test
Which was
it.
that? Cause I
No,
got,
no, 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 no. I'm putting that out in the atmosphere yet,
cause
right?
I got one in my mind. I
Marcus,
got one in my mind every
Marcus,
sex.
I know you
Marcus,
so good.
Marcus.
Yeah, yeah.
They got one where the woman show the butt plug, right?
How you know? How you know? How you
Right? Yeah. Mister,
Exfoliate with
if I'm
the
having,
exfoliate, yes.
know?
yeah,
How you
yes,
know?
Put
yes,
on
yes,
a
yes,
face
yeah, that's
mask.
what you said, yes,
How you know? How
yes,
you,
that what you said, yes, yes.
Woo!
how you know that that's the one Oh
I
my
know you
god.
so good.
But anyway, people, I got some work to do. People want the work, so I gotta go do
Yes,
this
and
next
I would
job.
like you to be able to
People
put this
want to
up
see
as
what that
soon as
photo shoot.
possible.
People want to see what that photo shoot was about
Send me
last
to
night.
social media. Send me to social media contacts me. Let me follow you on everything, bro.
Yo! Okay. Let me okay.
You
When I
got
post it up, if you look on the Instagram page, right? On the
Yeah.
Bridging the Gap Show Instagram page, her information, she's tagged in everything that I posted about her.
All right,
It's
cool. I will check because
Pink
I
Mag
got
BDA.
I got to send my girl. I got to send my girl some info from her.
Oh my god.
Bridging
see,
the
oh,
gap
All right.
again. Look,
oh,
again, look on my
you see
IG,
that
look,
room there,
all
that
the
slug you got? Oh, you see that room, that slug you
people.
got there? Got different colors and thing now, like a real cool night. Uh,
Yeah,
when the people from
you
outside
know
see
that.
the louvers
You know,
open, and the colored light start to shine out. Ah, easy.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure,
Yeah.
and I will hear you gentlemen later. Everybody that joined in, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you very
we
much for
appreciate
tuning
everybody. Don't
in.
forget to share the link. You know what I mean? We numbers going up as the weeks go by. We really ain't too much care about numbers either, but we just have fun in here. And it's just a
Exactly.
platform at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So
Thank you for joining us. Y'all have a great night.
enjoy your week. And we'll see y'all back on Monday for another show of Bridging the Gap.